Hey everyone, welcome back to ML Works. In this video, we'll learn how to fine-tune FunctionGemma for tool calling. Before we get started with the implementation, let's understand why should we use FunctionGemma and why do we need to go with fine-tuning in the first place. FunctionGemma is a model provided by Google, and it is a smaller LLM compared to larger LLM. It is just 270 million parameters, and it is easier to deploy this model on edge devices. Now, when it comes to fine tuning, since we are using smaller LLM, it fails to understand complex task or complex intent. That's why what we do is we fine tune the model such that it can understand the specific task. Now, coming to the development environment, we'll be using Google Colab. So first we need to connect to the runtime environment. I'll be selecting T4 GPU, and then I'll be saving it here and connect with the environment. And once that is done, we can go ahead and install the necessary packages. So we'll be installing PyTorch and other libraries, and then Hugging Face libraries. So let me run that, and this will start the installation. And if you have some other GPU, like if I go back here, runtime type, if you have A100 L4 GPU, then you can select those GPUs and install flash attention such that you can further optimize the performance of your model. So this installation will run, and then we have to set up our Hugging Face configuration. Now, since we are working with FunctionGemma, we have to accept the terms of use for Gemma. So what we have to do is go to Hugging Face here in this URL and accept the terms of use which will be provided here. But if you notice here, I have already accepted the terms of use, so I have been granted the access to this model. If you are doing it for the first time, then you have to submit the form, whatever it is, and then you will be provided the access. And then what you have to do is go here and create your access token. So I'll go here, create access token, type in testing Gemma model, and give user permission, and then create the token. I'll copy this token here and I'll come back to Google Colab environment. Now here in this cell, we have to log in into Hugging Face Hub and pass in our token if it is not provided. Okay, so let us log in, and it will ask the token. Just paste the token, click the login button. Now, since we are fine-tuning FunctionGemma, so we want to store our fine-tuned model somewhere. So what you can do is you can go and mount Google Drive to Google Colab environment, and you can pass in all these details such that you can move your fine-tuned model to G Drive. So this is the code for that. So let me hide this code for now because we are not going to save the model into G Drive. Now coming to fine-tuning dataset, since we have already trained the model which is FunctionGemma, now we have to fine-tune that model on a specific dataset. Now our task is tool calling. So what we have to do is, so we have to generate dataset for tool calling where the model should be able to correctly select the tool based on the query that is being sent by the user. So this is the dataset for this task. So here we have around 40 samples, and it is a list of dictionary. So here you will notice user content. So this is the user content. Then comes your tool name, and this is the tool argument and the query. So basically when we are building some AI agent, we pass the query and the LLM will understand that query and select the tools. So we are trying to train FunctionGemma such that it will understand the query and select the right tool. So we'll be testing that how it works before and after the fine tuning. So let me just run this cell for now, and then let us start with definition of the tool. So here first we import JSON dataset and get JSON schema. So here we write a function for tool definition. So search knowledge base and search Google, and this is the definition of the tool, and this is the argument for the tool. Similarly for search Google, this is the definition and this is the argument and this is the return statement. and then we turn this to tool definition as JSON schema as part of the tools, and then we set the system message for the model to understand. Then we create a function called create conversation. So under create conversation, we basically try to take this sample data and transform it into a format as mentioned here. So this is what we do. So once we have created this function, and here we have data set from list, simple tool calling. This is nothing but your simple tool calling data set. And then we map the function which is create conversation, and we transform our data set into conversational format. And then we split the data set into 50% training samples, 50% test samples. So let me run this. So next what we have to do is we can go ahead and fine tune the FunctionGemma using this is, I guess, RL library from Hugging Face. This is a trainer from Hugging Face. So we'll be importing all those here. So first let us define how to format our prompt. So if you notice here, first we import all the necessary modules, and then we create our model here for tokenizer and model. And once that is done, we just select the device and what is the D type, whether it is a FP16 or BF16, and then we move with our transformation of our data into a specific format. So let me run this cell. So here you will notice what is the input data. Okay, so there is some issue with base model. So let me go back here. Where is the base model? So base model is our this code, I guess, right? So this is where we have mentioned the base model. So let me run it here. And now this base model path will be taken as the Hugging Face path, and it will download the model into our collab environment. So if I go back here now, so let me run this again. So where it is, yeah. So it is downloading the model. Okay, it has already downloaded the model and all the other configuration files. So if you notice here, first we have our dataset input, which is in this JSON format, and then we get our formatted prompt. So here, this is the start, and this is, if I just go here, you will see the end of turn, and then this is another role which is user, and this will be end of turn for the user, then start of turn for model, and this is the end, I guess. So this is the formatted prompt, and this is where this is how we'll be training the model FunctionGemma on. And before we start with fine tuning, let us go ahead and see what is the performance of the FunctionGemma model on the sample data. So let me run this cell here now. So if you notice here, we just pass through the test data set, and we take in all the different messages, and we first apply the tokenizer and then the model, and then we get the output and decode the whatever the text that got generated as part of the response, and then we see what is the output, what is the expected tool, and what the other tool was, and we'll see whether the model has selected the correct tool for the corresponding query. So if you see here, the model executed on 20 data points, and for most of the data points it has failed to get the response. So it has succeeded only on 3 out of 20 instances. So it basically failed to get the correct tool for the corresponding query. So now what we'll do is we'll start with our fine tuning job. So we use SFT config first, then we'll be making use of SFT trainer from transformer. So here first we set all the configurations that are required for training. So first we send the directory where we want to store, what is the max sequence length of the model, and then packaging has set as false. Number of training epochs is set as 8. What is the batch size? and then gradient checking point has false, and what is the optimizer that we want to use. Logging step has 1, eval strategies per epoch will be evaluating the model, and then we are setting the learning rate, which we have set already at the top, which is 5 to the power of minus 0.5, and then we have fp16 or bf16 based on the data type that we have, and then we set the learning rate scheduler as constant, and if you want to push to hub or not, and then report to dashboard. So report to dashboard means we have to create a tensor board or not. So let me run this. Now let us pass in our details here to the SFT trainer. We pass the model, then the arguments, then comes our dataset train, and then test. So we'll see the validation loss if it is decreasing as the training is moving in progress with different epochs. And this is the processing class, which is the tokenizer. So let me run this cell, and this will take around few minutes probably, since we are training or fine-tuning the model. Not this one, this step. This is where we would train the model or fine-tune the model. So in this step, we are just tokenizing the data set for train and eval, and here we'll be training the model. So we'll see for each epoch what is the training and validation loss. So the training loss is, for the first epoch it is 0.88, and the validation loss is 0.62, and second epoch, okay, it became half the loss for training loss, and then validation loss, it became 0.41, and then we are seeing a pattern here. For training loss it is continuously decreasing, but validation loss after first epoch it almost remains same. So this will be like saturation in the validation loss. So we'll be plotting that as well. So once this is done, let me run this cell. So writing the model charts. So we have processed files, and then we have new data uploaded, and no files have been modified since last commit. Okay. So we have saved the model in a sense, and then what we do is we just run this plot where we'll be plotting the training loss and validation loss across the epochs. So let me run this cell here. And if you notice, in the first epoch, it moved from around what was it? It was 0.62 to 0.41. So there was a drop from here to here, and then it almost remained constant for the validation loss. But training loss, it tend to decrease throughout the 8 epochs. So now what we have done is we have done the fine tuning. Now we have to test the model again and see whether the performance of the FunctionGemma model has improved or not for selecting the tool. So let me run this function here, check success rate, and you will see how to undo last get commit but keep the changes. So this was the prompt, and this was the output, and this is result is wrong. It has selected some other tool like search knowledge base instead of search Google. Now, but if you see the total performance here, okay, out of 20, it has successfully called the correct tool 16 times. Earlier, it was only 3 times. So basically, it has improved by a lot of margin. So this is how you can ensure that your model can select proper tools for the corresponding query. So basically that's what we wanted to achieve, and we have achieved that. And now coming to before fine tuning, so we had around 3. Now we had, so in previous run what I've seen is I have seen 2 success rate for before fine tuning, and after fine tuning we are seeing a success rate of 16/20. So almost we are done with the video, because we have fine-tuned the model, we checked the performance, and we are seeing a great difference in terms of the performance or the accuracy with which the model selects the tool. So with that, I'll be concluding this video. Thank you for watching.